All right, hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. We're at Swatara Gap on the Appalachian Trail. If you want to go southbound and head to Georgia, you're going to go that way, and you want to head to Maine, you're going to go that way. But you're going to go underneath the highway right up here, but that's not why I'm here today. I am on the Appalachian Trail with doing some planning for some future hikes, least section hikes for now. But it's cold, it's wintry, and it's snowy, but I got a pack. And I'm gonna take you to where I got it, show you how that all works. But I got the OSPREY, pretty nice. But it's gonna be a lot bigger for me to do some overnighting, and it's the OSPREY AETHER 55, but we'll talk about that a little bit later, and we'll catch you on the other side. All right, here we are at REI. So if you've never been here before, you got to check it out. So I was down here yesterday and I got the backpack that you saw me wearing here a little while ago, and I thought I would run back down here because the fitting of it was really, really cool. So we're gonna head on inside. I'll show you the store. We'll look around a little bit and check it out. So let's go ahead and head on in. So I know they have a virtual tour that, you know, when you bring up REI.com, and this is the Mechanicsburg store here, Camp Hill area. So it just opened up. It's a fairly new one, actually within the last couple months. So they've got a great selection. Now this is not a flagship store, it's just a regular store, but hey, even their regular store's got a ton of stuff. So to the right, in the virtual tour, you'll be able to see all the different sections, but I'm gonna kind of take you around now. So to the right of the entrance, you know, we've got some different things here, but this is where your tenting area is gonna be. So you can go over, they got really cool stuff like these boards and stuff that lists all the tents so you can see them here. I'll get a closer view of it here. But yeah, so kind of like 3-person tent. Yeah, and you can order all this stuff online on their online store too. But if you wanted to actually come in, talk to someone who knows more about the product, can kind of explain it to you, because that's what I needed. You know, as a kind of new at backpacking stuff, especially overnighting, you know, it's very confusing. Like, well, what do I get? What do I buy? So this is a great way to find out stuff, even if you're just going to come in, find out about the product, kind of get a couple selections, and then even order it online. One of the neat things is when I was getting fitted for my backpack yesterday, a gentleman had come on who ordered a backpack online and brought it in to get fitted, you know, because some of them, you know, you want to make sure that the straps are right, where to tighten from the bottom up. You know, they'll explain it all to you, but definitely a good selection of tents, and then just different accessories and stuff for camping. But over here they've got your sleep pads, and then also your sleeping bags and quilts. So we've got sleeping pads here. So great way to come in. If you're like me, I like to kind of hold it in my hand, you know, rather than just ordering it online. But if you like to order online, but I like to put my hands on it, feel it, try it on, that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to do that. But got all these quilts here. Yeah, they're very nice. Yeah, very, very nice. So sleeping bags, top quilts. They've got great brands, you know, here as well. So they've also got their co-op brands, which is the REI brands. So definitely a lot of neat stuff. All right, yeah, very cool. So we're just gonna keep walking around. Yeah, there's yeah, they got extras up on the top. Great looking store though. Cool. All right, so cook system. What am I gonna use for cook system? Well, you guys already know that I use the BRS mini burner, because that's only about $16.95, but they do have the pocket rockets here. And they've got the little canisters that fit in our titanium cup, the 750 ml, that'll fit down in it. I like those because they fit down inside the cup and you can store everything. But you can see, you know, MRS Pocket Rocket 2 stove, about $49.95. That's about right. So, but they've got all the jet boil stuff. But over here, as you know, we've been doing a lot of food, kind of seeing what's best. So doing a lot of food reviews, and they've got these Peak 2 here. So I'm going to grab some of those, and then we'll give these. I know this one down here, I saw beef stroganoff. So they got some ones that I have not seen before. Backpacker's Pantry. So this one here, this vegetarian. So let's see, vegetarian beef, mushroom stroganoff. So 350, 900 or 590 calories. So this is a 2-serving pack. So we're gonna grab one of those as well. They've got all your adventure meals. Now I know I had the lasagna and meat sauce. That was awesome. So we're gonna grab some more of those. But you'll see which ones I grab when I do a review on them. All right, we'll keep it a suspense. But they've got those. Yeah, more on the other side. Okay, they've got the Alpine Air. So as you know, I did the Alpine Air up at the lake, and that was a very, very good one. So they've got a lot of varieties here. So let's see, grilled chicken, spinach, and Alfredo pesto. Oh, that's a good one. Mexican style. Oh, that's Alpine Air. And they also got Patagonia ones. So these are organic spicy red bean chili. I think we'll take one of those as well. Yeah, so definitely give that a try. So it looks like they're running about average. You know, most prices I see $8.95, $9.95, and so forth. On the other side, the Mountain House, just like at Walmart. I think Walmart might be just a little cheaper on some of them. Yeah, usually around $8.95, $10.95, but if you're here, go ahead and pick it up. All right. So we'll grab some of these, but in the center here is all the different canisters. I think the small one was about $7.95 when I saw it. Yeah, $7.25 for the smaller can, and yeah, obviously got the larger cans as well, and a different Snow Peak Gold Fuel. And then the jet boil fuel. So they've got quite a selection. All right, let's keep going. So as you continue to the back of the store towards the flooring, this is the area where I lost Lisa at yesterday. So while I was getting fitted, she was checking all the clothes out. So if you bring your wife, she'll like this section. Yeah. Or if you are the wife and you bring your husband, he'll like the men's section. They got a huge selection of stuff. So a lot of outer gear, under gear, just a ton of stuff. So very, very cool. Yep, raincoats. So they got the REI brand, plus they got Patagonia, and a lot of the Mountain Hardware. You can see the label there. So it's some of the brands that I'm seeing here, but you got your traditional Patagonia. I won't show you the price. Oh yeah, I will. $125. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So very, very cool. A lot of stuff. All right. And then at the back of the store this way is all the shoes. So let's check that out. All your popular names, and right in the center here we got socks. All right, so men's hiking shoes, we got a whole bunch of varieties. So the Keen, that's the one actually I'm using, is the Keen. Really like that a lot. It's the one I have on now. It's the one I've been using for all of the videos. But you know, coming here, you know, being able to try it on, talk to a representative from REI, you know, definitely, you know, help you pick out the ones that you want. So plenty of socks as well, and then also we've got a whole wall of them here. right, so we found the Injinji socks. So there you got, you know, whether it's just a liner. So they've got the liners, they've also got the running, and then they also have the trail. So these are the trail. So the Injinjis, it's like gloves for your toes, right? So I'm gonna grab those because I know, you know, keeping your toes separated would be really, really good on the trail. We'll see how they work. Everybody else says they work good, so we're gonna check it out. We'll give them a test. All right, so plenty of socks, a lot of socks here. So then your jackets, shoes behind us, and then men's clothing over this way. But definitely running stuff, a whole variety. Anything you want to do outdoors, you pretty much find here. So yeah, water bottles, jackets, shirts. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I actually picked up a pair of those Columbia pants right here. Actually, they got them right on the rack, like they knew where I was coming. But got that pair yesterday. One of the things that Jay was saying about, even though he treated his clothes and ticks and stuff, this little seam right here, he said he didn't see any ticks all day, but he had treated his pants, but the ticks had gone all up in here and they couldn't get past this spot. So when he lifted the layer, there was a ton of ticks under that spot. So I figured I'd pick some up too, because, you know, going to be hiking when there's a lot of ticks out. So don't want to get Lyme's disease. Definitely not. But yeah, check out the shirts. Man, great colors. All right, so when you first walk in, you've got all the backpacks, and that's what we're here to look at. So believe it or not, this one right here, I emptied that rack right there, and they've already got one on it, but this is the fitting area. Let's see if we can find someone to talk to. All right, we're here at the fitting table, and I've got Matthew from REI. He's gonna take us a walk through kind of what I did yesterday, but I wanna encourage you, if you're gonna get a backpack, just don't order one and think it's gonna fit. There's a lot of adjustments, and I found that out yesterday when I came. So here's Matthew and from REI, and he's gonna walk us through the pack that I got and show the different adjustments and explain that. All right, so the first step that we want to do is what?
We're going to do a measurement of torso height as the first step to finding a backpack.
Okay, so torso height is what we're going for first.
So we will use this measurement guide. You can go ahead and attach it around your waist. And what we're looking for is that you are able to find the top platform of your hip or your iliac crest in the spaces provided in that hip bone.
So right here is where my hip bone is, so that's what we're looking for. So that's about where the pack is.
All right. And then once that's in place, the next step we're looking for to measure torso height is to adjust to the C7 vertebrae. So I'm going to touch back your neck here. And this is C7 vertebrae there at the base of the neck. And that gives us a torso height. You can go ahead and detach the gauge.
All right, so one of the things that we were looking for is the C7 vertebrae is what he was doing on the back side of that. So this is the spot here. So he was looking for my C7, and then based on that, based on where my hips are, it gives us the gauge of, we said we were a medium?
A medium, yeah.
So a medium, and that's what we did yesterday. So they're consistent. So that's a good thing. Perfect, yeah. So that's the first step, is finding out what size you need. And there is adjustments. Once you have the size, you can adjust on the straps. And maybe we'll pull a pack over here and show you that. All right, so Matthew just pulled out the exact pack that I got yesterday. So we're gonna show you where the adjustments are on this pack.
So each pack that has torso height adjustment will have its own methodology for adjusting.
Okay.
This pack in particular has the ability to slide the suspension, the shoulder straps up and down, and markers to line up the shoulder straps so they're even. So we're able to slide this to the height that we want. And once we reach on this particular pack the height that we're trying to achieve, we have the ability to lock it in place by pulling the extra slack out of straps that attach to our adjustment.
Okay. And that's locked in place now. And if there's ever needing any little bit of adjustments, that looks very, very easy, you know, to readjust and just kind of get it figured out, you know, on there. So that's
Some
good.
packs are easier than others, but that's a good thing with getting a pack, to understand before leaving the store how to make that adjustment should any further adjustments be needed down the road, or down the trail as it may be.
Cool. So that's the one adjustment there. So now we have the shoulder distance, correct?
So we've adjusted the torso height from hip belt to shoulder.
All right.
Other adjustments that we can make on the pack to affect how the shoulder straps fit around the shoulders are we can give extra slack to change how the shoulder strap curves around the shoulder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can tighten, we can adjust tension, we can adjust load essentially on the shoulders.
Okay.
We can use load-bearing straps that are going to pull the pack, the entire weight of the pack, more into the wearer's center of gravity.
Okay. Now this one has a frame. Do most of them have a frame if you're going with this style of a pack?
A frame is common.
Okay.
If you're with a small day pack, frames are not normal.
Okay.
And there is a tend toward less of a frame as you get more into an ultralight pack.
Okay.
And more of a frame as you're wearing a more of a traditional pack, a larger pack, a heavier pack designed for a heavier load.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. And what's the average weight of, say, like this pack? 3.5 pounds,
so
roughly?
This pack is in the 3 to 4 pound
3 to 4
range,
pound.
And 3 to 5 pounds is pretty common for a traditional style overnight pack.
Right. So not if you're going ultralight, definitely not this pack. You wouldn't choose this.
Ultralight, you're probably looking at a pack less than 2 pounds.
Less than 2 pounds, yeah. So, yeah, that's not there yet, but definitely this. So what's our next thing? I would put it on and we would do some other adjustments.
The next step, we know the torso height.
Okay.
And we're ready to try this pack because we've discussed what is the use of the pack, what is the purpose of the pack, and we understand that this pack meets the size requirements for timeout.
Perfect.
So the next step is to put the pack on,
all right. Yep.
Make adjustments to it to make sure it's fitting correctly at the hips, it's fitting correctly around the shoulders, and it's feeling comfortable. And once we have the pack on the wearer and adjusted to the user and feeling comfortable, then that's an opportunity for the user to walk around with the pack to see if it feels good after it's been on for a few minutes.
Yeah. So yesterday what I did is, what Matthew was explaining is, we did the final adjustments and then they have weight. So if you know your average weight that you're going to be taking, they can add weight to it. So there was a 5-pound bag and some 10-pound bags.
We have 5 and 10-pound bags able to add weight to mimic a loaded backpack, so the user gets a feel in the store if this pack with weight in it will feel comfortable on the trail, because a few miles down the trail is the wrong place to find out that the pack is not going to be comfortable. Yeah. So I got 25 pounds put in it and hiked around the store and went up back at the shoe area. They've got a little rock place to try out the shoes, and they suggested go up the rock thing, so I did, and felt real good. And then I took it home last night, and then I filled it with what I had. So I went a little heavy in the store, and then when I put it on today for the intro, boy, it felt really, really good once it was loaded with what I had, you know, because I could distribute the weight, because that's another thing, filling the bag, and we'll get to that in another video. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. This one is what, a large? So this is a large, extra large pack.
Okay.
And that size, when we talk about a large or extra large pack, we are talking about the torso height.
Oh, okay.
Not the volume.
Got it.
So
okay. That's important.
Yes, that's important, because a large pack as a torso height is based on how tall a person is.
Okay.
A large volume pack has the capacity for a large amount of volume, but it is not the same as a large torso height. Okay,
so I could basically, my 55 liter pack, which is this one here, this is a large, and my torso height was a medium. See, I would have probably gone, oh, I want to carry a lot of stuff, hit large, but it goes by liter for the volume, but the adjustments is from the torso height. So I'm a medium. This is a large, but we're going to throw this on just for example. I bought the last medium torso one we had to pull it off the rack. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. So one of the things that they said yesterday is starting from the bottom and working your way up on the straps. Is that correct? Yeah. So I always used to do this and this, no rhyme or reason. But from what I understand, it's getting the bottom cinched in first. If I can find them.
Fasten together before you worry about any other or straps.
So that measurement we did first was for the hip bone, so that's where I have this pack set. And now we're going to work on, do I just pull?
You can go ahead and move to your next strap here.
So then I want to go to the next strap. Again, working my way up.
How do you feel in the shoulders?
It could be a little tighter down, so
you've got straps at the bottom here. You can pull a little tighter.
So I'm gonna snug these down a little bit just for this part, so it's sitting, distributed weight between the hip bone and the shoulders, real important, right? Distributing that weight. So the adjustment here, we can loosen it. It doesn't have to be squeezed, whatever's comfortable. It's mainly about shoulders and hips.
And then the last set of straps here is we have load straps here. And these load straps are to pull the weight of the pack closer into your center of gravity to adjust for comfort and adjust for stability. So there's this side right here. All right, this can be pulled in.
So this is to pull your load center of gravity. So recommend pulling it in going up hills?
In for uphills, and I find that in for a heavier load makes it be more stable.
Okay.
And for a lighter load, I let off on that tension.
Okay. So a lighter load letting off on the tension, but that actually centers the load on your back. So by cinching down on this, going uphill, you usually tend to lean a little bit. So you're not walking up like this. You can pull that in, cinch it in on uphills, and then maybe loosen it back to throw your center of gravity backwards on the way down. So, good thing.
Perfect. Good. And now you're ready to walk around the store and get a feel for how the pack fits while you're walking in it. If the pack feels good after a few laps around the store, we're happy to add weights to duplicate how it may feel around the store.
Sounds good. So, at this point, walk around the store a little bit with it on, then they'd add weight. Now I did that yesterday, I'm not going to do that in the video today, but hey Matthew, thanks a lot, really appreciate it.
Happy to help out.
Yeah, can't wait to take this one out. All right, good deal. All right, so Matthew, thank you very much, greatly appreciate everything and the explanation again. So it was real helpful to hear it even a second time. So one of the things about the REI store, you got to stop in. These guys are very professional. They know what they're talking about. They actually get trained in every area, and it's almost like different departments. So almost to move from one department to another, you got to go shadow somebody to learn all the ins and outs of it so you can answer the questions. But very professional, really appreciate it, and spot on with everything that I learned yesterday. So very consistent, very consistent. So
happy to help. Happy to help guests get outdoors, and we're all about the outdoors and adventuring here, and we want all our guests to feel the same way.
All righty, good deal. Well, thank you very much, Matthew. Greatly appreciate it. You take care.
Take care.
And thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna go check out a little bit more of the store and then kind of go find something to eat. All right, good deal.